Hello to all of you yogis who are looking for me out there. I am making sure that we are live and it looks like we are in motion here. So if you're looking for a chair yoga class today, you have tuned in and we are about to begin. I have my lime water here today. So, just a little side note about remembering that fruits and vegetables alkalize your system, which is really important in order to fight inflammation in the body. So, if you have some tenderness in the joints or pain in the body anywhere, remember that the more that you choose the right things to feed the body health, the more you're going to feel better. And this lime water alkalizes the body. Limes and lemons are specifically alkaline. And what that means is that these fruits and vegetables, including limes and lemons, even though they are acid before they enter your body, as they metabolize into your body, they become alkaline. And that is the amazing thing about how our body takes in nutrients and healing properties and really makes a difference to how you feel. So, cheers to you. Get some lemons or limes, drink a lot of water. It's very good for us to make sure we're getting enough water to be hydrated and to help support the body in wellness. All right. So I will remind you to make sure that you're creating a stable location for your chair up against a wall or a table with the chair back so that it will not slide when we get to some of our standing work. And you can move it there if you want when we get to that point. I actually have a second chair I'm going to sit on now and one chair for when we do some of our other work. So make sure that you're taking care of you. Let's go to sitting on our chair. All right, so another great day for some chair yoga. Now, today we're going to start with breathing practice. And that breathing practice is a very important part of also alkalizing the body. So, oxygen, bringing breath into the body, is actually another way that we become anti inflammatory in our lifestyle. So when you practice breathing ahead of time, you actually then pattern the breath to breathe better for you when you're not thinking about breathing. And that's why we want breathing exercise. So let's start with just a little bit of cleansing breaths, and we're getting ourselves into that pattern of breaking anything that is interrupting good breathing and just grounding us into our body. So, three breaths in through the nostrils, then we'll breathe it out through the mouth. That's just for cleansing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So, let's shrug shoulders up, inhale, out through the mouth. Inhale, shrug those shoulders and exhale. A long, deep breath in. Let it all out. Good. And then just drop your chin towards your chest. Let's lengthen out the neck. Good. Lift the chin back to center. And then we'll take the chin up toward the ceiling and wrap the lower lip around the upper lip. Just get a nice stretch in the throat. Back to the center. Good job. All right, so we just kind of warmed up a little bit to be able to sit, and we're going to do a little bit of breathing practice. So we're just going to work with breath awareness. Sit back in your chair and use your chair seat and back to support you. And what we want to do is bring the right hand to the belly and the left hand to your rib cage. Now, this two-part awareness of breath is just an exercise to help you tap into using your whole breath cycle as deeply as you can. So, as you inhale, feel the breath expand into the belly and ribs. And as you exhale, the deflation will happen. Breathe it out and feel how that all empties back out. And you can feel it in the body by using your hands. So let's do a couple more rounds. Breathe in, feel the body expand. It's like a balloon filling with air. And then as you exhale, feel that same breath empty out. Continue. Just feel the breath. Now keep the left hand where it is. Bring your right hand up to your chest. And we're going to breathe expanding into the belly and ribs and all the way up to the collarbone. So take that next breath in, expand, feel with that left hand, and keep breathing all the way up to where you're resting your hand. And empty, and you'll empty from the top down, that collarbone, chest area, and then you'll feel the belly deflate. So a couple more rounds here, doing that level of awareness of filling up with air and expanding. Good, empty it out. This is particularly good if you're feeling stressed or if you have anxiety or if you're a worrier. So grounding yourself into your body by practicing deep yogic breathing. Very powerful. All right, let's release the hands down onto the lap. Slide forward a bit more so that you come to the edge of your chair and there's plenty of room behind you. You want some space back there because we are going to ground into the seat bones and round the back. And this is going to prepare us for our flexing and rounding. The chin is tucked when you round. Then we're going to sit tall, press the chest forward, and squeeze the shoulder blades as you reach out and lengthen. We're flexing. Exhale as you tuck the chin, empty out all the air, and round. Good. Inhale, flex. Exhale, round. Breathe in and out. And two more. We're just warming very nicely and creating this movement to remind the body to stay fluid. Last round, just exhale around the back. Good. Now back to sitting tall. Now your seat bones are your foundation. So when you sit deep and lift tall, you create that good posture of a tall, lengthened spine. That is what we want to keep going. Okay. Good. All right. Now we're going to hold on to the chair, seat, or the chair back. So wherever you feel comfortable in your shoulders without straining, just to open up the collarbone and chest a little more. Good. Now press the chest forward a bit as you squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Breathe. Those nice, deep, expanding breaths here. Remember, deep, expanding breaths. Now keep that same pose, but now drop the chin toward the chest. Get that length in the neck again. And one more lift in the chin, open the throat. And then release the arms very slowly, just letting them soften. Let blood flow come in. You can shake those arms out a little bit if you want. Good. All right. So we're going to work on just a little more of a opening for the shoulders and arms, and that's the one where we stretch out. So we're going to take that right hand down away from you at an angle and just reach as if you could reach beyond your fingertips, and then relax. Now take that to shoulder height and stretch it out, and then relax it. Now go up at an angle and just reach out away from you. We're opening up the shoulder, the armpit a bit, lengthening all those connective tissues in the arm. And then one more, find your edge wherever that is for you. If you have to keep the arm down a little bit, that's fine. You're going to turn the hand, find your edge, and then take a side stretch over to the left. We're just lengthening the right side of the body. And lower it all back down and shake out that arm. Good. Other side, reach. down at an angle, relax it, reach out to the side at shoulder height, lengthening as if you could reach beyond your fingertips. Relax it, reach up at an angle, stretch, and you're just going to your edge. So if you have shoulder concerns, just reach where you're getting length where you can. Now turn that palm, and then if that's your edge, you can stay there. If you can go higher, you're just reaching to your edge and then go into a nice side stretch, lengthening the left side of the body. Reach it out and all the way back down. Shake out the arms. Good work. Okay. So we're going to work on our sun salutation sitting. It's just a nice little flow. I'm going to take the chair back a bit because you might need to see me a little more. And what we're going to do is fold forward between the legs. So take your feet a little wider. Good. And then reach up or out, depending on your shoulders. You're going to inhale and get some length. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forward between the legs. Now lift your chin and chest, look out in front of you. Look back into the floor. Now inhale it all the way up, lengthen again. We're always wanting to lengthen. And then exhale. Nice. Let's do a little faster now, 2 more rounds. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out in front of you. Exhale, look in. Breathe in all the way up and stretch and relax. Nice. One more. Inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale, look out in front of you. Exhale, look in. Breathe in all the way up and relax. Great. Okay, we are getting ourselves nice and warmed up. We're going to move into standing now. So move your chair to a place where you can access it if you need it, okay? Because here's what we're going to do next. We're going to do some hamstring stretching. So you can do this with or without the chair. If you want to hold on to the back of the chair, you're just going to step that right foot forward and pull the toes towards you and feel a flex. Now point and flex. And point and flex. Now with that foot flexed and nice and straight, you can stay right there or you can start to lean over a bit. So if you want to hold that balance so you're not feeling unstable, hold on to the chair back. Feel a stretch in the back of the hamstring, the calf perhaps. Good work. And then release back up, shake out the leg. We'll do 2 on each side. So after you relax those muscles in that right leg, you're going to put that heel back on the floor. And of course, if you're not using the chair, then you're just leaning over that leg, getting a nice stretch. And if you want to hold on to the chair, that's perfectly okay. And lean into it, breathe. And then lift back up and step that leg out. Let's do the other side. So left heel comes to the floor. The toes are lifted, and then we point. We're going to flex it and point. One more. Flex and point. Now bring the heel to the floor and keep those toes lifted, and then lean forward a bit. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, you might be feeling a stretch right here in the little lean forward. That's all right. Breathe with it. Remember, when you breathe, the body knows you are present, and breathing with the stretch helps the body to receive it. Good. Release that. Shake it out. We're going to do one more. So heel is out. The other knee is slightly bent if you want to bend it a little bit. You can keep it straight if you want, or just bend it a bit because you're really working just in this left side, and you're going to lean forward over that other leg, just keeping that left leg straight. You can keep the right leg straight if you want, or a little soft knee is fine because we're working on that left length of the leg. And then release and shake out that leg and step it back. Good job. I hope that felt good, and it feels good to move into nooks and crannies and bring length into the body, which brings blood flow as well. All right, so I wanted to work a little bit on more on shoulders. So what we're going to do is you're going to reach around with your right hand to the left fingers, wrist, forearm, or elbow. So wherever your edge is. And you can see we're just holding on to the opposite arm. Right hand holding on to the left. Fingers, wrist, forearm, or elbow. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Now breathe with it. We're actually opening up the chest while we work those shoulders into a nice stretch as well. Okay? Good. Now you can lift the chin just a bit, but don't drop the head back. And then drop that chin down toward your chest. And then we're going to move the chin back and forth between the shoulder blades. So the chin is dropped. Just do a little bit of light neck stretching here. Breathe with it. And gently let go. So you're just going to first release and slowly bring that arm back down and relax. You can shake out those shoulders. And this is why you don't want to overextend yourself because we held that for just a little bit, getting a nice amount of opening to happen with breath. Okay. So now we do the other side. Reach for the hand, the wrist, the forearm, or the elbow. So you're just finding your edge. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So squeezing those shoulder blades are helping you to open the chest and collarbone and drop those shoulders away from the ears. Good. Steady, deep breaths. Now lift the chin a bit, just opening the throat so you don't have to drop the head back. Drop the chin down toward the chest. Keep the breath steady. We're going to start moving that dropped chin between the two shoulders. So you turn to the right, back through the center, over to the left, and back to the center. Good. And release back into a gentle letting go. First, let that arm drop down. Relax the shoulders, shake out the arms and shoulders. Good work. All right. So we are moving into a twisting triangle next. Okay. So if you know that you're a little unsteady, you might want that chair in front of you, just in case you need to hold on at some point. And then what we're going to do is take your feet as wide as you can comfortably. Good. Arms in a T. We're going to take your left hand to the right knee, shin, or ankle. So you're just going to do a nice twisting triangle to the knee, or to the shin, or to the ankle. Look out to the right. Breathe. And back up to standing. Let's do the other side. Right hand to the left knee, or shin, or ankle, and look out to the left. And you can take that arm back behind you, or you can leave it right wherever your edge is with the shoulder. So you're just working into your edge. And then release. Good. A nice twisting triangle. Let's do one more to each side. So take the left hand to the right knee, shin, or ankle. Look out to the right. Don't forget to breathe with it. Back up to standing. And twist to the other side. Right hand to the left leg. Look out to the left and breathe. Good. Back to the center. Relax the arms. Shake out the shoulders. Okay. So let's just do a little bit of warm up for the joints yet. Your feet are closer together, knees bent, circles. Just make circles with the knees. And that's working into the ankles, slightly talking to your hips as well. Let's go back the other way. Breathe. And then come back up to standing. All right, we want to work a little on our mountain pose today. This idea of creating length by utilizing opposites. So, gravity is always pulling down. So, when we decide to consciously lift the heart, so standing tall, and I'm going to come a little closer so you can actually see what I'm talking about. You won't see my legs at this point, but if I'm just standing and then I lift, it actually creates a little line of energy up and out just by lifting the heart. So it's an awareness of standing up by lifting the heart. And what that actually does is moves you up and out through the top of your head as well. So when we do that, we are moving into anti gravity because what's gravity always doing? Pulling down. And so that downward motion, if we aren't in a conscious pattern of lift, is going to create rounded shoulders, concerns along the spine, compression in the joints. So when you stand with lifting the heart, you begin to create a strong back and an open front. Okay. Feet are about hip width apart and pointing forward. Okay. And with that lift in the heart, we're just going to bring the palms open. So this is simple triangle, and it's a really good conscious pattern maker for remembering in the body to stay lifted and up and out from the heart out through the top of the head. The shoulders are relaxed. The arms are expanding just down away from the shoulders. Now we tuck the tailbone a bit more. That activates your legs. The thighs become more active. So tailbone is tucked, lift the heart, reach through the top of the head. Simple mountain pose. This creates beautiful patterns of length, openness, and strength in the whole body. It seems so simple, and yet it's very powerful. Relax the arms a moment. Now, if you have shoulders that agree, we're going to go into the full mountain, which is arms extending out alongside the ears. So, this will be your variation if you want to be kind to your shoulders. Otherwise, we're going to bring the arms in a T position and turn the palms up. And then reach your arms out away from each other, almost like creating a Y. You're going to create a Y by those arms coming out in an angle. Tuck your tailbone, lift your heart, and relax the shoulders, even though you're reaching through the fingertips. So those arms should be straight, not bent. Try to create some length to lift the waist off of the hips and keep reaching up and out. I am the mountain, steady and strong. Stay there and reach and lift. If you're here, you're still doing good work. Reach up and out, lift the heart. So, either variation, you're steady and strong in your foundation and in your ability to create length and youthfulness. To release out of this, we're going to bring the arms to the T position and turn the palms to face down and float those arms back down to your side. Good. Now, that idea of lift works in every other yoga pose we do. So, when we're doing our sun salutation today, I want you to remember that when you're reaching up, that you're lengthening up and out, but that's helping you press deeper into a strong foundation from the hips down. So, let's keep that awareness as we do our sun salutations today. So, now arrange your chair so that it's safely secure and stable for you, and stand about 10 to 12 inches in front. We're going to bring palms together in front of the heart, tuck the tailbone, lift the heart. This is that mountain pose built right into your sun salutation. Reach up and out and stretch, and then fold forward, hands on the chair. Right foot stepping back, press the right heel down. Feel that length again in the right leg. Keep that foot right there, left foot back. And with two heels pressing down, push that tailbone back. Breathe. Our first round is mindful. So we're in our down dog and we rock onto the toes for the opposite stretch into your upward facing dog. You're building upper body strength here. Now back to your down dog. Get that length in the spine and in the hamstrings. Step the right foot forward. Just feel the left leg getting some stretch. And step the left foot forward. Now lift all the way up. Mountain pose in action. Fold forward. Left foot steps back. Heel pressing down. The right knee is slightly bent. This is our first mindful round. We want to feel what we're lengthening and what we're opening. Breathe into it, into your down dog. Now move to your upward facing dog. Back to your downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward and the right foot. Lift all the way up and stretch. And close. So I hope you felt that action of lift and with the awareness that you're also getting strong in the lower body, okay? Second round, more flowing. So we're going to go a little faster, build some heat, reach up and stretch, fold forward, right foot stepping back and left, downward dog, upward facing dog, downward dog, right foot forward and left foot forward, lift all the way up and stretch, fold forward, left foot back and right, down dog, up dog, down dog. Now step left foot forward and right, and reach up and close. Good. And I hope that mindful movement with breath, take the breath with you, is starting to help you feel that flow that happens energetically and in the blood flow, opening and warming and creating more flexibility in the body. Okay. We'll do one more round with double up and down dogs today. Now remember, if you're best with one round, or you just want to do one down and up dog, then you'll stick with what works for you. You can just move at your own pace. Okay? So facing your chair, palms in front of the heart, and reach up, fold forward, right foot back and left foot back, two heels down, push the tailbone back. Now upward facing dog and down dog. Another up dog, building upper body strength, and down dog. Right foot steps forward and left, lift all the way up, fold forward, left foot back and right, down dog, up dog, down dog, another upward facing dog, and then downward dog. Left foot forward and right, lift all the way up and stretch, and close. Good. All right, I'm hoping that you're feeling that invigoration that comes from a mindful yoga practice. Good job. All right, so let's work now on the half moon into goddess. So we're building legs, building strong legs. So we have to start again. And this is where your mountain pose, once again, is activated. We're going to bring palms together in front of the heart. Feet are pointing forward about hip width apart. And we're going to circle around, arms alongside the ears. Now, here's the mountain pose. Tuck the tailbone, lift the heart, get as much length as you can. Half moon is pressing the left hip out while you reach off the waist and stretch over to the right. Inhale. Exhale and make that other stretch, pressing out the right hip. Get that side stretch, but reach up and out. And center. Now we're going to step to your right, and then you sit down toward an invisible chair. So that is just a little knee bend. If you are cautious of your knees, you can go deeper into a squat if that feels good for you. You're finding your edge. Breathe. We're building strong legs. We're learning to feel grounded, bringing ourselves deep into the body here. Now we step that right leg back toward the left. So you reach up, step back, half moon, press out that right hip, reach off the waist and center, and then press to the left as you reach to the right and center. And then we step over to the left and find your edge. Breathe. Good. Step that left leg back. Reach the arms. Left foot comes back. Last round. Press out the left hip. Reach off the waist. Get that length. It's the mountain pose in action. Inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen and lift. Good. Back to the center. And circle the palms around again to the heart. Good work. Okay. So we're just going to do our triangle yet today standing. And remember, I talked to you about doing triangle using a chair, if that's better, in one of our other classes. So I'm just going to take the chair so that you can get the viewpoint of using it if that's what you prefer. Feet are wide. Turn the feet to the right. Right foot goes and points toward the chair, and the left foot also turns. Okay? And then kicking out that left hip sets the hip girdle into a nice stretch. Okay? We're going to reach toward the right wall. Now, if you need to bring your hand, paddling it down to the chair seat and reach up, then you're doing great work. And you're getting this nice support to be in integrity in the pose. So notice if you're leaning forward and take that upper body back to align the ear and the shoulder with that leg that's extending out to the right. Of course, if you know to do your triangle here, bring the hand to the knee, to the shin, or down even further. But remember, you don't want to collapse. You don't want to force, and you want to keep that alignment of the ear, shoulder, and leg all lined up. Now back to the T. Let's just bend the knee a little bit and relax. Drop those shoulders. Take some breaths. Remember that you're breathing as well in the pose. Those nice expanding breaths we worked on before we started. So kick out that left hip again. Reach to the right. Hand to the chair. Or come to your edge on your leg. And this time we're going to drop the arm behind you. So the left hand tucks behind you, bending that elbow, and rotate the ribs up and the head up toward the ceiling a bit. You're just making a little more opening in your torso. Breathe with that. And you can stay right there or go back to full triangle, trying to hold that nice opening by rotating those ribs up. Good. Press into your feet, come back up to standing, and relax. Let's do the other side. So you can use your chair, once again, positioning it to support you. If you need that variation, you're still supporting yourself to get great yoga opening into the body. So we turn the feet now to the left. That left foot's going to point toward the chair, and the right toes are also pointing to the left, arms in a T. Kick out the right hip. It's just a little press out to the right. Reach toward the left wall, creating length. And then we paddle either over to the chair with your hand or completely into that triangle conversation with your hand anywhere that's comfortable for you, on the leg. Remember, if you're leaning forward, you need to lift and take that body back, upper body aligned to the leg. Good. Breathe with it. And release back up to standing. Bend the knee just for a moment. Just relax. Second round. Okay, kick out the right hip, reach over and paddle to the hand to the chair or the leg. And then the hand that's in the air is going to tuck behind you. And you're rotating the ribs up and dropping that right shoulder blade back a bit. And what we're doing there is opening that middle part of the body where gravity can tend to rotate you and pull you down. We're pulling you open and lengthening. Good work. Take that arm back up if you want full triangle. Breathe. And press into your feet. Come back up to standing. And relax. Good. All right, let's do our wood chopper now. We've really brought heat into the body in a way to release toxins that have been locked into tight places in the body. Let's release that through our out breath. So, feet a little wider than hip width apart. Hold on to your axe by interlacing your fingers. Inhale up over your head, then chop between the legs with a loud, forceful out breath. Ha! Inhale. Ha! Inhale. Ha! One more. Ha! Good. Take some deep breaths. Let that next breath or two fill up the lungs. You've cleared out toxins and now we're oxygenating. Good work. All right. So balancing, we're going to work on. Now remember, if you need the chair in front of you so that you have a support system, work with that support. Because as you strengthen the leg that you're standing on and learn to feel planted into the foot that you're standing into, you'll be able to build more strength and more core. Okay. So the core, that middle part of the body, is really important in order to feel a sense of balance. The lower body is where we get grounded and have strength as well. So balancing poses create all of that for you. All right, so let's work on the flamingo again today, and then I think we'll work into the tree. So bring your right foot to the floor and your left toes to the floor and strike your flamingo pose. The arms just come up. Now we lift the heart. It's the mountain pose revisiting us. Standing tall presses us deeper into that right foot that is holding our weight. And if this is your edge, stay right there. You are creating healthy patterns. If you want more balance, you're going to lift those toes up. The knee comes up and find a point to gaze at. Remember, you're working at wherever your edge is. Even if it's hovering those toes near the floor, you are doing great work. And then release. Bring that foot back to the floor. Feel how the right leg relaxes with the support of the left leg to hold part of your body weight. Two legs working together. Other side. Right toes come to the floor. Feel planted into your left foot by lifting the heart. We stand tall up and out through the top of the head. Strike your pose, and you can stay right there or start to lift that knee. Lift those toes up to wherever your edge is and breathe. So we don't have a specific breath, but the breathing pattern is steady as you focus at a point in front of you. Good. We're challenging that edge. Stay there just another moment and then lower the hands down and 2 feet back to the floor, feeling how the left leg really appreciates that reconnection of the right foot to the floor. Good. Okay, tree variation. Remember that you can take the left toes, bringing them on top of the right foot, and make your tree. Your arms can be wherever you need them. The other variation is to bring your left foot to the inner right ankle. The toes can even plant gently into the floor so that you feel stable. The arms are wherever you need them to help you feel steady. Good. As you feel planted, as you get stronger, you'll work that foot up the inner leg. Finding that point to gaze at really helps you to stay focused. And release the arms, feel 2 feet back on the floor. And then the other side. Bring those toes on top or to the side, arms out. You can stay right there or work up the inner leg. So you're just working on wherever your edge helps you to feel grounded. Breathe. Good. And when you lower, the arms come down and you feel 2 feet planted back on the floor. Nice grounding. And when you feel that consciously, 2 legs working together, you're planting that into the hard drive of the brain so that you build a strong foundation that's a body memory, keeping it grounded. Good job. All right, feet a little wider. Here's our breath of joy. We now want to bring more oxygen in. So it's 3 sniffs in through the nostrils and then 1 breath out through the mouth. Let's breathe in, in, and out. Inhale, in, ha. 2 more, in, and out. Last one. Breathe in, and out. Fantastic. I hope you're feeling supercharged. And the great thing about yoga practice is that while you feel supercharged, you often also feel much more grounded and relaxed. And the reason why is because everything's coming into balance, you're affecting your nervous system, you're oxygenating the body. All of those talk wellness, health, balance to the body. All right, so we're sitting into our chair again, and we're just going to do 1 twist to either side, just to kind of use the benefit of all that warmth we have today into the nerve endings along the spine and massaging the organs. So you're going to turn to the right. Good. Feet are planted on the floor. Lift the heart and turn to the right. Holding onto your chair back, look over the right shoulder. Now remember those long, deep breaths that we breathed at the beginning and expand the belly, ribs, and breathe tall all the way to the collarbone. We're massaging the liver and the gallbladder. And we're toning the muscles along the spine. We're stimulating the nerve endings along the spine. Now, gentle return. Just slowly unwind and rest into neutral with hands on the lap. And then walk all the way around to the other side. So now you're turned with the left arm next to the chair back and make that turn to the left. Lift the heart. Look over the left shoulder. Long, slow, deep breaths, expanding and breathing tall. Massaging the spleen, pancreas, and digestive system. And then gentle return, just unwinding back to your lap. Receive the benefits of the twist still happening in the body. Good. And back to the front. Okay. So we're going to just end with that same breathing practice now. So bring your right hand to your belly and the left hand to your ribs. Sit back into your chair. Expand belly and breathe in until you feel those ribs expand as well. And on the exhale, emptying the ribs and the belly deflates. Really, we're actually doing diaphragmic breathing. So it's not that your belly's expanding with air, but that diaphragm is strong and is dropping down to draw in oxygen. So we're filling up every single bit of those lungs. Breathing in, expand belly, expand the ribs. Just like a balloon filling with air. And on the exhale, you're emptying it all out. Keeping the left hand where it is, bring the right hand back up to your chest and just feeling now if you can breathe, expanding belly and ribs, and breathe in all the way up to the collarbone. You might feel a little choppiness. We're moving into opening breathing patterns. So if you get a little stuckness or choppiness, know that you're just opening up a little more in your breathing patterns. Good. Continue that nice awareness of the 3 points in the body, belly, ribs, and chest, and rest your hands onto your lap and close your eyes. Continue belly, ribs, and chest expanding and breathing tall. Emptying it all out. And then we're going to bring your left palm up and the right palm down on your lap. Just a symbol of receiving the benefits of your work and plugging them right into your own well being with the right hand. And as you continue to breathe long, slow, deep breaths now, intend to receive the benefits of your work, plugging them into your own well being. The symbol of acknowledging the importance of self care. And then bring palms together in front of the heart in prayer pose. And honoring now the peace and the calm, harmony, strength, and wisdom within you. Feel that great feeling of tapping into all of those qualities. May the merit of this practice benefit your own well being and the well being of those around you. Peace, peace, and only peace. Gently open your eyes. Namaste. All right, what a wonderful feeling. Remember to take care of you. I'm going to get another sip of my lime water. I toast to you today in good health. Be well. Enjoy your day.